In this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through all of the settings in Apex Legends Mobile, the sensitivity, the controls, every single setting in the game, going over everything you need to know and letting you guys know which settings are the best and the settings that you should never be using. Let's just jump right into it. All right, so going to settings here, we can go start with the basic settings. Now, aim assist. This is really important. I turn my aim assist off. Why? Because right now in the beta and the soft launch of Apex Mobile, the aim assist, it's completely broken. If you're playing with it on, eventually when it does get nerfed, you're gonna have absolutely terrible aim. So now if you're playing with it off, you're gonna learn to actually know how to aim. To turn aim assist off, I promise you'll thank me later. But if you're just starting out, you can keep aim assist on. It doesn't really matter that much. Bolt action sniper firing mode, I have that on tap to fire. Auto ADS when using a bolt action, turn that on. Shotgun firing mode, I have that on tap to fire. I think that's a lot easier. You don't want to have hold to ADS. One tap ADS fire, I have that off. Secondary fire button, I have that on. ADS mode, I have mine on tap. Quick throw, you want to turn quick throw off. For gyroscope, I don't use gyroscope, so I have that off. Auto firing, I have that off. Weapon auto cycle on empty, I have that on. That's essentially going to do is automatically switch to your next weapon as soon as you run out of ammo. So it's going to be a lot easier to finish off that enemy. Quick optic switch, I have that off. ADS button rotates camera, I have that off. Permanent melee display, I have that on. I just recently turned that on. If you don't know what that is, it's going to create a severed button for the fist. So you're able to easily fist your enemies. You don't have to manually swap to take your gun out or put your gun away to use your fist. Continuous throwing, once again, I have that off. Ultimate use method, I have that on classic. Tactical ability release method, have that on classic. Now heading over to gameplay settings. There are so many settings in Apex Mobile. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. Auto open doors. Get rid of that. Turn auto open doors off. You don't want that. Why? Because doors are a great utilization in this game. You can use doors to block your enemies from coming in. You can hold the door. If you just stand on the door, you can hold it. You can heal up. And what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to kick the door down in order to get to you and breach into that building. So turn that off. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to hold those doors. Ping button on. Always want to have that on, of course. You want to be able to ping enemies, ping things to your teammates. It's a lot better communication, especially if you're not using voice chat. Double tap the screen to ping. Have that off. That's not necessary. Map radar alert. Have that on. Crosshair radar alert. I just have that on. Toggle between third person and first person, I have that on. You're able to do that in TPP if you guys did not know that. I only play FPP though, so I don't really need to know about that, but I'll just leave it on. Why not, right? For my FOV, for both TPP and FPP, I have that on the absolute max. At 110, you can have it from 70 to 110. So you're going to be able to see as much as you can on your screen at one time. Put that to the absolute max. Movement settings, use the crouch button to rotate the camera and the jump button to rotate the camera. You want to have both of those off. Don't have that on. You don't want anything affecting your movement in the game. Climbing control mode, have that on classic. Crouching controls, have that on tap. Joystick triggers, auto run, I keep mine on. Now going down to the ping advanced settings options. Auto open chests, you have that. I have that off. Auto ping items, have that off. You don't want to be having any type of auto ping, anything going on here. Turn all the auto ping settings off. That's going to mess with your gameplay. Ability screen shake effect, have that off once again. For my ping opacity, I actually turned it from 105 all the way down to about 55. So it's not covering your entire screen. It's a lot easier. For these settings down here, the continuously use healing items, I have all that off. You do not want to have that on. That's going to mess with you, especially if you're in a gunfight. That's just going to continue to heal over and over and over until you're full health. It's going to be super annoying, especially you just want to pop a quick battery, quick shield cell, take out your gun, finish off your enemy. That's going to get in the way, so turn that off. Vertical zipline interact button, I have that on. Direct taps or direct tips, actually, you want to have that off. Continuously use shield battery, I have that off as well. For minimap rotation, have that off. Subtitles, I have that off. Riding on zipline modes, I have that on single tap. So all you got to do is just jump up to it, hit that jump button, and you're good to go on those zip lines. You do not want to have that on double tap. Moving on to display settings. Now, this is entirely based on your device. I can't be like, here are the best display settings, because that's not going to work out, obviously, because it's based solely on your device. If your device can handle it, you want to bump it up to the max, but I recommend frame rate. Prioritize frame rate. never prioritize graphics over frame rate. Always prioritize frame rate. So have your frame rate on extremely high, which is I believe 60 FPS, and graphic settings, I'm playing on extreme HD around there. That's the highest you can play on. But if my device sometimes overheats, I'm gonna drop that bad boy all the way down to balance sometimes. But it kind of looks, the graphics don't look that good, so I don't really like playing on balance. I'm gonna bump that thing up to ultra HD or even extreme HD. And for graphic style, now I like to have mine on realistic. I just put it on realistic. It looks a lot better than classic. As you can see down here, you can see the pictures. Classic looks really washed out. Vivid has like, it's too dark, too much contrast. Same with soft. The realistic, the colors pop. It looks amazing. For sound settings, I did adjust some stuff here. Interface effects, you want to lower that just a little bit. Same with the voice announcement and also background music. You don't want to have a ridiculously high background music because it's going to mess with things, especially if you're trying to use headphones. It's going to mess with everything, especially in the lobby. So turn that all the way down as much as you can. I have it in mine around 10, 15. Around there, it's around there, yeah. So for sensitivity here, this is entirely based on your play style. Now I can't just be like, this is the best sensitivity in the whole game, because it varies from player to player, obviously. But my settings are kind of on like the mid to high side of settings. I kind of like to play in a high sensitivity, so you can kind of copy my settings if you want here. You can take a screenshot, pause the video. Yeah, but what I do recommend for settings, kind of starting on the default, just like medium, kind of see where it is. If it's too low, too high, just kind of keep making adjustments here and there. Keep practicing, go in the firing range, have some fun, adjust your settings, and you can get it perfect after a while. All right, moving on to control settings. I have my control mode all the way on the left at left movement, right fire fixed. That's the absolute best one. You do not want to be using the other two. Do not use them. All right, and for custom layout, here is the layout I'm going for. You can't really see my buttons that well because I have the opacity lowered, or the alpha it's called. I have it lowered to like, I think 0%, just so it looks a lot better in my videos. If you're not a YouTuber, you don't need to have your alpha on 0% here. You can have it on like 50 or something like that, but I definitely don't recommend keeping it on 100 because it's going to block your screen. It's going to block your vision, and you're not going to be able to see enemies as well. Yeah, here's my HUD. I actually play 5 fingers. If you can see by my hand cam, I'm going to learn 6 fingers, but right now I only play 5. All right, moving on to auto pickup. I have that on. You want to have auto pickup on. It's going to make the game a lot easier. You can actually customize the amount of items you're able to auto pick up. As you can see down here, here is my custom settings. I have the syringes 4, shield cells 8, phoenix hits 1, frag grenade 1, arc stars 2. I have 2 thermites. I don't really like frag grenades that much. They're not really that good right now. They need to definitely buff them. Vault key, that was default. It's on 1. You want to turn that to 0. Ultimate accelerants, you don't really want to mess with ultimate accelerants. For shield batteries, I have that on 2. That's just the standard. You could actually bump that up to 4 if you do want to, but I'm going to leave mine around 2. Medkits, have that on 2 as well. And those are all of these settings in Apex Legends Mobile. Walked you guys through absolutely everything you need to be using, the best settings. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments if this helped you out, and also if you have any questions. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.